Let's talk about market in Las Vegas, but not just market in Las Vegas today. I would like to actually go into history. History is always fun, and history always shows more than, what's happening right now. So everybody remembers the scary times back in 2005 it started. So what was happening in Las Vegas, people were literally like just buying a house as a buyer, right? And then selling it while they were in escrow and making money. You see how crazy that is? Like within 10 days, somebody could make 20, 30,000. So house prices were going up. Why that was happening? It's because lenders were giving money to anybody. If you had a pulse, you get a loan. That's how bad it was. Then that thing totally blew up. And it got very ugly. It got very, very ugly. Some people had like 4 or 5 homes that they bought, and they couldn't find tenants. They couldn't pay the mortgage. There's a lot of negative amortization loans. That means every month you pay, let's say, $1,000 mortgage, and every month your balance goes up $1,000. So it's like you couldn't win this game. So people just walk away from their homes, right? And that was one of the reasons, one really major reason. We had a ton of foreclosures, ton of short sales. The market was just swamped with homes for sale. Neighborhoods were for sale. And in Las Vegas, I remember 2007, 2008, we would have an average about between 40 to 50,000 listings in the system. This doesn't even probably include properties that were selling on auction through like straight foreclosures, even though banks learned to actually put foreclosures online later on. So that's 2008, 9, 10, terrible, properties were selling for about between $70 to $90 a square foot. So if it's a 2,000 square feet house, you could buy it for $160,000 in Las Vegas. And we're talking about good areas, Fast forward 2011, 12, 13, 14, prices were very low, and it was extremely difficult to get financing in Las Vegas. We were one of the zones that lenders did not want to finance. It was very high risk, it was terrible and difficult. But people that actually did qualify, so we still had sales, less properties on the market, between 15 to 20,000 homes for sale. We would close about 3,000, 4,000 homes every month. Everything was affordable, 180,000 homes, $120,000 townhouses, $75,000, $80,000 condos. We're talking average. We're not talking about high luxury properties, but like a 2,000 square feet average home. And so it was affordable. Anybody that bought it, the rate was between 4 to 5. Affordable. People would also put 10 or 20% down payment to qualify. A lot of cash buys. Okay, so we're now at 2016, healthy market. People can afford their homes. If they qualify for a loan, that means they really make the money. It's not a negative amortization. It's a 30-year fix, good rate. And then we go 2017, 18, 19, 20. Prices start going up. Now the square footage came closer to like $150, $200 a square foot. Prices went up. Financing became a little easier. Lenders started to allow, 5% down, 3% FHAs. Rate was still pretty affordable, nice. Then we got into COVID, 2020. So 2020 did it like this. Prices went up very, very much. We were having almost the same situation as 2006. Multiple offers. People were just buying houses sight unseen. They were relocating from different states. They didn't care. Working from home, they'll buy anything. But the feds lowered the rate. If you remember that beautiful time, 2.5%, 3% locked rate for 30 years. So yes, even though people overpaid for homes a little bit, but because of that beautiful rate, I have clients that bought at that time, they're not selling. They're never selling. This is homes that nobody wants to sell. The rate is so good. So now we're at 2025, right? We only have about 5,000, 6,000 homes for sale. The interest rate is pretty high. Buyers are not too comfortable buying, but also we don't have a lot of homes for sale. So now I hear like literally this morning that is another crash coming? Well, let's just think about it all together. Crash comes if sellers hurting. Sellers are not very hurting. Anybody that owns a home, they can afford their home, they can afford their mortgage. Even if they don't want to live there anymore, they can easily just rent it out or just lock the door and go, live their life. A lot of people have paid off properties, and their monthly expenses are only taxes, which in Las Vegas is extremely low. Property taxes, HOAs also pretty affordable. So there's no distress to that level, that degree that we're talking about when the crash happened. So sorry, it's a little longer video. I really try to keep them short. I know everybody's busy, but I wanted to give a little education. You still do you. If you believe the crash is coming and you're not going to buy right now, that's okay. But look at things intellectually, compare apples to apples, compare Las Vegas to Las Vegas, understand that, yes, our town is built a lot on gambling, but the last about 8 years, our government has done everything to bring a lot of other things in town. I mean, we have hockey, baseball, football, you name it, a lot of huge conventions. The city is booming, the city is growing. We had 2 brand new casinos finished in less than 3 years. We have the big guys, constructors, usually they're still building homes all over the city. You see construction, they're making freeways bigger. Huge corporations are coming here because we have 0 state tax, and we are surrounded by a couple great states I love very much, but those people from those states are really choosing Vegas, especially from California. We're close enough. It's a 40-50 minute flight. I even have clients that still work in California and commute. So yeah, you guys, my information is below. Give me a call if you need. We can talk more about it, and whichever way you want to go right now is okay, but just be informed. Okay, so don't scare yourself. Crashes don't happen overnight. They usually have reasons. Yet, please, I don't know. It's like anything can happen. Somebody can wake up in the morning, go to work, and get in a car accident and die. But that's not how we live our life, right? We don't prepare for that. We don't prepare for a crash. We look at it intellectually. We do our best. We drive safe. We buckle up. So whatever you do, it's like, can they be a little deep in pricing? Yes, but as long as you're not buying it for flip reasons and you're not going to immediately, want to cash out within 6 months, that dip shouldn't be something that will impact you, because you still need a roof over your head. You need to live somewhere. And FYI, every month when you pay rent, you're tossing that money down the drain. That I know for 100%. My name is Inessa. I'm a broker in Las Vegas. I speak Russian, Armenian, English, and I'll be more than happy to help you in your journey. And whatever that journey is, it has to be stressless. It has to be very beneficiary for you for today and for your future, and it has to be fun. Okay, ta-ta.